A set of fixtures like this has a rhythm of its own. Each match carries its own identity, shaped by tactics, home advantage, team character, and the way both sides respond under pressure. When you look closely, patterns begin to appear, and the outcomes become easier to read. These matches offer a blend of structure, intensity, and momentum that gives each prediction a clear direction. Let's walk through them one by one with the natural flow of how these games usually unfold. Aston Villa vs Young Boys. Correct score 2-0. Prediction: Aston Villa win. This match leans toward a controlled home performance. Aston Villa typically build their game by imposing early control, using structured possession to keep opponents pinned back. At home, they rarely allow the opposition much rhythm, especially when facing a team that struggles to maintain long stretches of the ball. Young Boys are competitive and disciplined, but when they travel, they often find themselves dropping deeper and defending longer phases than they would prefer. The flow of the match naturally leans toward Aston Villa gradually tightening their grip. They tend to create repeated waves of pressure, and when that pressure accumulates, chances begin to appear. Young Boys can resist in moments, but the longer the match stretches, the harder it becomes for them to maintain shape. A 2-0 result reflects a match controlled, steady, and dictated by the home side's ability to break down resistance without needing to rely on chaos or unpredictable moments. Betis vs Utrecht. Correct score 2-1. Prediction: Betis win. This is a meeting that leans toward a balanced match, but one where Betis gradually find the breakthrough. At home, Betis play with confidence, using their passing structure to move opponents around. They are patient, but they know how to pick their moments. Utrecht are not a side that collapses easily, and they can create phases where they push back through transitions or quick moves into space. But sustaining pressure away from home is a challenge for them. The match likely develops with Betis having sustained spells of possession and Utrecht waiting for moments to counter. This type of rhythm usually creates opportunities for both sides, but Betis' consistency in building chances gives them the advantage. Utrecht can respond and find their goal, but Betis' ability to keep the game tilted in their favor tends to be the decisive factor. The 2-1 scoreline reflects a competitive, open match where the home side structure gives them the winning edge. Bologna vs Salzburg. Correct score 2-0. Prediction: Bologna win. This is a matchup where Bologna's discipline plays a major role. They are at their strongest when they maintain a steady tempo, staying patient and forcing opponents into making mistakes. At home, they rarely rush their build-up. Instead, they force matches into their preferred rhythm, limiting the chaos and keeping everything within their control. Salzburg, meanwhile, thrive in high-tempo, open matches. They want transitions, quick breaks, and unpredictable moments that can tilt the field. But Bologna's approach tends to remove those elements. When the game slows into structured possession, Salzburg often struggle to generate the same threat. They can push forward, but breaking through a controlled setup is not simple. A 2-0 result fits the flow. Bologna's consistency, their balance between defense and midfield control, and their ability to limit Salzburg's transitions give them the advantage. Once they settle into the match, they create chances through patience rather than forcing the issue, and that's usually enough to secure a comfortable win. Tel Aviv vs Lyon. Correct score 1-2. Prediction: Lyon win or draw. This fixture draws attention because both sides enter with different strengths. Tel Aviv at home can be difficult to break down. They play with intensity, press aggressively in moments, and take full advantage of the support behind them. They tend to create momentum through quick surges forward, especially when the match becomes stretched. Lyon approach the game with more structure. Their control of the ball and their ability to dictate the tempo in key moments tends to work well in matches where the opponent relies on moments of intensity rather than full game control. The difference between the sides often comes down to composure. Lyon usually manage the match with more patience, and that gives them opportunities to take command as the game develops. A 1-2 scoreline captures the flow precisely. Tel Aviv are too strong at home to be completely shut down, but Lyon's composure and ability to navigate difficult spells often give them the decisive advantage. The prediction of Lyon win or draw fits perfectly, as their control and match management typically prevent them from collapsing even under heavy pressure. Feyenoord vs Celtic. Correct score 2-1. Prediction: over 2.5 goals. This matchup carries one of the most energetic rhythms of the entire list. Feyenoord at home play with aggressive forward momentum, constantly pushing the match into the opponent's half. Their passing is quick, their movement is sharp, and they are not afraid to commit players forward. This creates a match with constant threat, but also moments where space appears behind them. Celtic enter with a style built for matches like this. They usually respond to aggressive opponents with fast transitions and direct attacks. They don't sit back and wait, instead, they push forward and challenge the tempo of the match. This creates a dynamic where both teams generate chances regularly. When these two play, the match rarely stays quiet. The flow naturally leans toward open play, end-to-end sequences, and plenty of opportunities. Over 2.5 goals fits seamlessly into the way both sides approach the game. The 2-1 prediction reflects a match with intensity, movement, and clear chances at both ends. Feyenoord's home strength gives them the edge, but Celtic contribute fully to the pace and the scoreboard. Looking back across today's fixtures, a clear pattern emerges. Each match carries its own rhythm, its own style, and its own way of deciding outcomes. Aston Villa's home performance demonstrates control and consistency, earning them a 2-0 victory over Young Boys. Betis and Utrecht delivered a competitive contest, with Betis' structure giving them a 2-1 edge. Bologna's disciplined approach was enough to keep Salzburg at bay and secure a 2-0 win, showing how patience and measured pressure can define a match. Tel Aviv vs Lyon presented a clash of energy and composure. The match ended 1-2, with Lyon maintaining calm and control to secure a result, though Tel Aviv remained dangerous at home. Finally, Feyenoord and Celtic delivered the excitement many expect from an open, attacking clash. Both sides pushed forward, created chances, and kept the tempo high, resulting in a 2-1 scoreline with over 2.5 goals. Across these matches, the blend of control, intensity, and tactical awareness shows just how diverse football can be, and how every team's identity influences the final outcome. To everyone following these predictions, your support makes everything worthwhile. You're not just watching, you're part of a community that celebrates the game, understands its nuances, and thrives on the shared excitement of every match. Your engagement, loyalty, and passion create an energy that keeps this space alive. Thanks for being part of the journey, for trusting the insights, and for sharing the love for football. Every match, every prediction, every discussion is stronger because of you. Stay close, stay passionate, and let's continue enjoying this beautiful game together. The love, the support, and the shared excitement make all the difference.